The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 6, Chapter 136, Midnight Snack. And a while after that, I hear a loud knock on my room's door. Raftalia has come, along with the other female slaves. What's wrong? Well, Raftalia ignores my words and makes a face as if she's asking for a favor. Is she asking me to make an inference based on the situation? That's impossible for me. Did she wet the bed? You're mistaken. Please tell Nofumi-sama properly. Well... The other female slaves are looking at the floor with an embarrassed expression. I got it. Most of the kids will probably ask the same thing, right? Please gather everyone and wait there. Wait here. Thank you. I head to the kitchen outside and begin preparations for cooking. Really, these kids get hungry really fast. I look through the monsters gathered while hunting and arbitrarily stick some on the skewers. It's a pain to deal with the smaller monsters, so I just pan fry them whole. With all this cooking, my free time is rapidly disappearing. The next day. Now then, you all even had room for a midnight snack, but I must declare something. Those who do not work do not eat. My ingredient stock is rapidly decreasing. To replenish it, you all must perform some hunting. Basically, if you were able to defeat monsters, I might be willing to cook them for you. You got that? Yeah! They're being surprisingly honest. Even Kale, who had previously shown an animosity toward me, is replying with enthusiasm. I'm a bit suspicious, but as long as they're motivated, I guess it'll all work out. It all works out. Oh, is this a better translator? I gotta check. I didn't... Oh, cool. It's somebody else. I haven't been keeping track, but that's somebody else. Wait. Shit. Where are we? I'll make today's dinner with what we have, but that's your last free meal. Don't forget that. Yes. Last night was quite hectic. No matter how much I made, they kept asking for more. What's more, they all seemed genuinely hungry. I get the feeling that I'll be stuck in the kitchen for the rest of my life. What am I, a mother? I only planned to look over their growth and eventually help them hunt. That's all it was supposed to be, but thank you for the food. You're welcome. Now go hunt until the evening. Got it. They seem much more enthusiastic than yesterday, and they board Firo's carriage. I hope they get at least 20 levels by the time they get back. Hiro's cooking really is tasty. Oh, as usual. I should try my hardest as well. The soldiers from the castle are also finding motivation in my cooking. Well, these people are already doing important work, so I'll let it slide. I begin preparing for dinner. Am I wasting my time here? I use the rest of my time helping the soldiers with their work. There's another important thing I needed in ingredient procuration. I think that's that word. And for that, I'm having the shield make herbicide in large quantities. If a problem occurs, then I can deal with it immediately. And for that purpose as well, I must raise the levels of the slaves. If I use that carelessly, a mutation might occur, and I have no idea what will happen. For now, I should handle the seeds in carriage with care. We're home! They're all covered in dirt, but smiling as they return to the village. They're even more energetic than before. Whatever. In contrast, Rishia seems to be quite worn out. Raftalia and Firo don't seem tired at all, though. So, did you hunt successfully today? Yeah, of course! The adaptability of a child is something to be feared. After 2 days, they are already used to it. I get the feeling Raftalia took quite a bit longer to adapt. Then I'll cook as promised. Hooray! Children stampede towards the dinner I had prepared. Now then, Raftalia, what is it? After eating, there's something I have to do. You might get angry. What are you planning? A jungle. Seems she understands what I'm trying to say. Raftalia stares at me with stern eyes. Are you planning that? Yeah, this area is filled with forests anyway, so I don't see what difference it makes. But still, soil around here probably needs quite a bit of work. I did ask a slave dealer for a monster that would help in tending to the fields. I understand. You have no intention of changing your mind. It helps that you're so understanding. If you consider efficiency, then I guess there's no other choice. I did raise Raftalia to value efficiency over all else, though she does care quite a bit about aesthetics as well. I completed quite a few tests. I learned to make very many types of medicines. Wait a minute, are you meaning to say you plan on modifying that thing even further? Yes, I plan to turn it into something that will bring in money quickly. Yes, my plan also puts money as a high priority. Rebuilding a village with only 8 slaves is impossible, even if the slave dealer manages to find another slave or 2. I plan to modify it to make it easier to handle. I'll also watch to make sure no problems occur. Just in case, I've prepared a stock of pesticides. I'll keep at it until we get a steady stream of food supplies. Well, be careful. I know. I won't do anything that will cause me to lose money. I only act to make a profit. The only thing I'm planning to be able to planning may be able to have combat uses as well. As I'm mulling over these facts, I noticed the meal I had made disappeared at an alarming rate. Thanks for the food! You're welcome. I can hear some lively conversations. They've only been here a few days, but most of them are already used to their new lives. I guess that's because this is their hometown. They are able to adjust quickly. They're not acting like slaves at all, but I guess that will make them mentally stronger later on. Now then, I have something important to tell you all. Please make sure to listen well. What? Fido and the other slaves tilt their heads curiously. It's a bit of an amusing sight. Everyone, follow me for a bit. I walk towards the fields. It seems everyone is actually following me. Here, I have a special type of seed. The slaves nod in unison. It was created in a faraway land where it caused quite a bit of a problem. I think the soldiers may have heard about it before. They are whispering amongst themselves. But I have modified it since then. You people needed a midnight snack last night, right? Yeah. Keel is the one who responds. Please understand that I can't waste all of my time cooking for you people. But here the shield's cooking is delicious. Yeah, I want to eat it every day. If I'm chained to the kitchen, then I can't do my job. It's not that I'll never cook for you people. If you work considerably hard, I may consider it. No matter how we progress in the village's reconstruction, we will always be in need for food. So I absolutely have to do this. Those who do not work do not eat, but those who do not eat cannot work. If they get enough food to fill their stomachs, their progress should improve. Now then, for the time that I'm not cooking, you have to use this to sate your hunger. I drop the seed into the ground and pour some water over it. Plant begins to grow before our eyes. The bioplant grows to about 3 meters and begins to sprout tomato-like fruit. It may have other uses, but for now I'll be filling this field with this seed. Your job is to manage this plant. What will we have to do? If it grows outside of its set area, you have to cut it. But for now, we haven't decided on its bounds, so I'll leave that decision to you. Is that fruit edible? Yeah, I think it has to become the specialty of the village I got it at. At least I've seen it in the castle town being advertised as such. You can eat it if you get hungry, but if you see any problems occurring, please make sure to report it to an adult. That's all. I pluck one of the large fruits and hand it to Fido. Fido starts eating, but her expression shows that it isn't enough to satisfy her. Following her lead, some of the children begin to pluck the fruit and eat it. Amazing. Yeah. At first I thought that rebuilding the village would be impossible, but if it's this person, he may be able to do it. Perhaps my reputation has gotten better, or that may be my imagination. I told you all, you are dismissed. I told you that's all. You are dismissed. If the cultivation of this fruit is a success, we can end our food supply problem at once. All at once. It can also be said that if we didn't end this problem, then I would never be able to train these kids to become competent fighters in the time we had left. I think it's time for me to see how far the knowledge I brought with me from my old world will be able to take me. Now then, the moment of truth is upon us. The next morning, I give instruction to the group managing the bioplant. Ow! The slaves are taking some damage while handling it, but the pain builds character. I check everyone's level. As I thought, they were around level 20. Rishia got to level 27. Raphtalia's level is unchanged, but the food shortage has been solved. All's well with the world. I hear someone's stomach growling. When is breakfast? Today I prepared it beforehand. What? Why did... Translator says... He said, today I packed bento. So, I mean, you could have... I guess a lot of... some people wouldn't. Whatever. I had made wooden boxes with steel reinforcements that loaded them on the carriage. By the way, the contents of them are sandwiches containing thinly carved grilled meat. We're leaving already? Keel says this with defiance. He's been making quite a few such comments lately. Perfect. Today is the day I correct his attitude. You're saying that because you don't respect my sincerity. Just go with the flow and take a break for breakfast. Otherwise, something terrible might happen. Fido, go take a walk. If you don't eat it quickly, the wild monsters will take it away. But Kale has gotten stronger. He should be able to deal with monsters of this caliber. Fido probably gets it. She won't go to areas with too high difficulty. With this, Kale will be able to fight the motion sickness that Raphtalia suffered as well, just as planned. What? If you get used to it, it's not a problem. Well, if you expel the food right after eating it, I guess there's no point. If he learns to eat while riding it, it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh, Fumi-sama, you're going too far. Raphtalia says this while poking her head out of the carriage. Rishia also had to learn to get used to it. Fee. Even though I warned you, you're still making that sound. Should I eat your breakfast for you? I'm working on it, you know. Her voice is weak. Well, it probably won't be fixed anytime soon. I hand over the bags made of bioplant to the slaves. Made of... What is this? You'll understand soon. Now then, have fun. I lightly hit Fido's back and she starts running. I'll be off! Yeah! With a rumbling sound, the carriage disappears into the horizon. I guess I should begin other preparations. Now that a steady source of food has been secured, I can move on to the next stage of my plan. You hear the shield. What is it? Are we out of seeds? No, there are no problems regarding that, but what about our breakfast? Your breakfast? Why is it already determined that I'm supposed to make it? Yeah, I've prepared it. I distribute food among the soldiers. So I did make them breakfast, because he's the cook. He's the mayor and the cook. Yep. What is that? Oh, okay.